Hello everyone, 4.4 Factoring Polynomials. This is on page 180 to 182 in your textbook. Factoring polynomials. We previously factored polynomials with quadratics unit, but we did only a degree of 2. We can factor polynomials with greater degrees than 2. Recall that a factor is a number that is multiplied to get a product. Alright, concept 1. Finding a common monomial factor, otherwise known as greatest common factor, GCF. Greatest common factor is another way of explaining that, and that's what I call it. And if I look at number 1, I got x cubed minus 4x squared minus 5x. Well, I have an x in common with all those terms. I can pull out the x. X times what is x cubed? X squared. X times what is negative 4x squared? Negative 4x. X times what is negative 5x? Negative 5. And then I look to continue to factor. Trinomials factor to two binomials. I'm bring it up like this. And say x times x is x squared. A positive times a negative is a negative. Because I got to multiply to give you a negative and add up to give you a negative. What's going to go here? Well, negative 5 and positive 1 multiply to give me negative 5, add up to give me negative 4. And that's it. I'm done. I factored completely. Alright, the second one. Do I have a greatest common factor? Well, looks like it, right? 3x cubed is in both those terms. 3x cubed times what is 3x to the 5th power? X squared. 3x times what is 48x cubed? 16. And now I'm looking to continue to factor. Actually, this is a perfect square minus perfect square. It's called a difference of two squares. That factors to x minus 4 times the quantity x plus 4. Yep. Anytime I have a perfect square minus a perfect square, you get the exact same terms, but a plus and minus sign in between. Alright, next one. I have 5x to the 4th power plus 30x cubed plus 45x squared. Well, I definitely have an x squared in common and a 5. So 5x squared. Alright, I always need to take the smallest degree. And 5 goes into 30. And 45. So 5x squared times what gives me 5x to the 4th power, x squared. 5x squared times what gives me 30x cubed, 6x. 5x squared times what gives me 45x squared, 9. And I don't know if you remember, but this is a perfect trinomial square. I got a perfect square here, perfect square here. So what I like to do is, if that's the case, you pull the root of x squared, which is x, the root of 9, which is 3, that plus sign right there. And if I multiply them together, I get 3x. If I double it, is it that middle term? Yep, I put that power 2 right there. Okay. Here we go. 1, A, B, and C. If you guys could go ahead and try number 2 and 3. I'll go ahead and show you those answers. Pause now, because I'm showing you the work. Alright, there is number 2 and 3. Underneath that, we have factored special patterns, and this one is definitely an Algebra 2 skill. I assume it was new for everyone. And it's the sum or difference of two cubes. Okay, so here I have a perfect cube plus a perfect cube, or a perfect cube minus a perfect cube. And basically, as long as you follow the pattern, it's going to work either way. So, okay, so what I want to do is, if I have this a term and b term in their sum of cubes, I really just put the a plus the b term without the cubes, right? And then I take that a term and I square it for the next multiple. So I take a term, I square it. I take my two terms, a times b, I multiply them together, but then I also multiply that by -1, or the opposite of a times b, and then I take my b term and square it. Okay, so I have 64x cubed plus 1. The cubed root of 64 is 4. Cube root of x cubed is x. Cube root of 1 is 1. So I get 4x plus 1 as my binomial. Then I take 4x, I square it. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. I multiply 4x times 1, which is 4x, but then I multiply that by -1, or take the opposite of it, which is -4x. I take 1, I square it, which is 1, and then there is my answer. Same thing works here. 27x cubed minus 8. Well, 3 is the cube root of 27, x is the cube root of x cubed, and then 2 is the cube root of 8. It's a minus sign, so I put 3x minus 2. And then I take 3x, I square it, I get 9x squared. I multiply these together, I get -6x, but then I multiply that by -1, or take the opposite of -6x, positive 6x. And then I take -2 and I square that, and I get positive 4. Okay, I'm going to flip it on over and show you this. Alright, so A. I have 3x cubed minus 125. Okay. And I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and take the cubed root of 3x cubed, and that would just nothing. Nothing's going to work. But what I can do is factor out a 3. No, I can't. I don't want that 3. Let's cross that 3 out. I don't know if yours has a 3 or not. I may have fixed yours. But here we go. We got x cubed minus 125. Cube root of x cubed is x. Cube root of 125 is 5. So I'm going to put that minus sign in 5. And then what I'm going to do for my second polynomial, I'm going to take x. I'm going to square it. I'm going to take x times -5 is -5x, but then I multiply that by -1, and I get positive 5x. And I take -5 and I square that, and I get 25. And that is the answer I'm looking for. Sorry for that mistake right there. Let's look at B. Okay, this time I have 16x to the 5th power plus 54x squared. Well, I could definitely take an x squared, and they're both even, so at least I could take out 2. So let's take out 2x squared, and then I am left with 8x cubed plus, what is it, 27, and then, okay, so now, this is my greatest common factor. I'm going to pull that over here. This is a difference, or sum of cubes. It's a perfect cube and a perfect cube, so I'm going to factor that. So 8 cube root of 8 is 2, cube root of x cubed is x. Bring that plus sign down, cube root of 27 is 3. And then I just kind of ignore all that, I just focus right here. 2x squared is really 4x squared. 2x times 2x, 4x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x, but then I take the opposite of that, so I get -6x, and then I get 3 squared, which is 9, and voila, I have my answer. Okay, there we go, and there is how we do it. If you could try number 5, give it a go. I'm going to go ahead and pause this here, work those out. I'm going to show you the answers. There you go, A and B. I do have to remove this, so please pause now if you need to spend more time on it. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and show number 6. number 6. Okay, we have 4 terms, and when we factor 4 terms, we call it factor by grouping. Factor by grouping. So what you really want to do is you want to break up these 4 terms. Alright, and I just kind of cut it in half. And what I do is I factor the greatest common factor of the first 2 terms and the greatest common factor of the second 2 terms. So if I look at the first 2 terms, x cubed plus 5x, x squared is my greatest common factor. Pull that out. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 5 is 5x squared. Over here, I look, my greatest common factor actually is negative 4. And whatever that sign is right there, you need to pull that out. So I'm going to pull out the negative, and then 4 goes into 4x and 20. Negative 4 times what is negative 4x? X, negative 4 times what is negative 20? Positive 5. Alright, now, do you see that we have the quantity of x plus 5 and the quantity of x plus 5 here? Well, that's what you're looking for, right? And if that is the case, essentially what I'm doing is I'm factoring that out. Factoring out that x plus 5. What happens is you get this part, the x squared, right here, and then the negative 4, or x squared minus 4. Alright, and then you always want to look to continue to factor, and in this case you can, actually. So I'm going to go one more step. I have the quantity of x plus 5, but this perfect square minus perfect square factors to x minus 2 and x plus 2. And there we go. There's that one. Yeah, I'm going to say, why don't you go ahead and try number 7. And I will show you the solution there. Give it a go. Here you are. Check your work. That one also had a difference of 2 squares in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Alright, and fix this first here. We have a slight error right here. This degree should be a 5. Alright, so here we go. A. I have 16 x to the 4th power minus 81. Alright, and what I'm going to do is factor the polynomials in quadratic form. So, if I look here, I see a perfect square minus a perfect square. So, what's the square root of 16x to the 4th power? 4x squared. Right, and what's the square root of 81? It's 9, so it would be minus 9, and also 4x squared plus 9. Anytime we have a difference of 2 squares, you factor it to the exact same terms, but a different sign in the middle. And anytime I have 2 terms, that's what I'm really looking for, is a difference of 2 squares. This is also a difference of 2 squares right here. Perfect square minus perfect square. Factor that to 2x minus 3. 2x plus 3, and then I have to bring this one down, this 4x squared plus 9. Why didn't that one factor? Well, it's not a difference. It has a plus sign. You can only factor it if it has the minus sign, right? So those basically factored right there. Okay, I'm going to really not have enough time to show B, but I'm going to do it in the next video.